The smoke wasn't a summer haze. It coiled with purpose, rising over the west field I'd planted with my dad's old seeds and my own worn hands. The stench of gasoline hit before the flames flared. Not random, a calculated burn. Instinct kicked in. 20 years as a volunteer firefighter taught me to read blazes like books. Origin, wind, fuel, deceit. There she was, past the wooden fence. Stiff posture, green jacket, sunglasses at dusk, like rules didn't touch her or her pride. People like her don't sow fields, they chair meetings. They don't say burn, they say improve the view. I didn't shout. I radioed it in, clocked the breeze, noted fuel cans nearby, and watched the fire slink where it was led. If you felt a neighbor stomp on your boundaries, you know this gut twist. Not rage resolve. Tonight, the flames told me everything. The fire hissed spite, each corn stalk cracking like dry bones. Sweat dripped as I watched it gut my west plot, my best soil. For a second, I was back in turnout gear, racing to save homes. Now it was my home, my dad's legacy. I grabbed the walkie from my truck. This is Tom Carver. Field fire, West Cornoff Pine Hollow Road, near Meadowview Estates. Dry, heavy fuel, likely accelerant. Send trucks. The dispatcher didn't blink. Old habits stick. Sirens wailed as my mutt, Scout, pawed the dirt, whining like he sensed loss beyond crops. I snatched a shovel, carve a fire break, boots sinking in once green earth. Flames leapt, aiming for the runoff ditch me last stand. Beyond the fence stood Linda Hayes, Meadowview's HOA boss, dubbed the overseer in whispers. No panic, just smug, arms crossed, shades gleaming in firelight. Call 911. I yelled through the smoke. She tilted her head. Your mess, farm guy. I swallowed the bait, turned to the fight. Engines roared in. Chief Torres, my old trainee, scanned the blaze, then the HOA line. No words needed to origin obvious. Hoses sprayed, my field a battlefield. I barked, flanked the ditch, guard the barn. Crew followed like I still wore the badge. As foam doused flames, truth emerged. A charred gas come by the fence, heavy with residue. No accident planted. Linda's porch was dark, her SUV crooked, headlights dim like she'd fled halfway. Singed grass by her roses, boot prints burned in. Not fierce certainty. Torres cursed, tagged the can. Arson, he said. Arson. I echoed, tasting ash. Half my west plot was gone dad's sweet acre, now soot and husks. Neighbors gawked from safe HOA lawns, clutching mugs, whispering. Linda's blinds twitched. She thought fire erased traces. She didn't know I spoke its language. Post trucks, in eerie quiet. I paced the fence with a flashlight. Scorched grass trailed her yard. Packed dirt marked a stakeout. Store-bought torch fuel, not farm gear. I bagged it, snapped photos, log time, wind, and soil. Sleep? Not after flames. I'd seen too many homes burn. Justice needs proof. Dawn showed a scarred field, black streaks where gold swayed. Scout whined, nosing ash. But Linda's brick house sparked one truth. She crossed a line, and I'd hold her to it. The next day, smoke lingered in my shirt, porch Scout's fur. Silence replaced birdsong. Coffee in hand, I walked the fence. Rose rays stopped by my spring-dug ditch. Save the barn, maybe the house. Crouching, I found another can, blue fabric scraps Linda's color, her meeting staple green. No coincidence. I locked evidence in my safe with Dad's deeds and my old fire badge. Then checked the trail cam in OL Hank, our windmill. Nephew's joke chief's hat on it, no my ace. Grainy thermal showed a hooded figure at 2:19 a.m., slipping through a pride fence from Meadowview. They knelt, sparks ballooned 3 points. 10 minutes adjusting, then a calm exit. Short, sharp steps Linda's boardroom strut. Green cuff glowed. I printed stills, backed up thrice, and called Dan Walsh, my lawyer. XDA, no nonsense. I laid out blaze, cans, and tape. Secured copies? Yes. Good. No confrontation. I'll hit the fire marshal. 24 hours. Marshal Pete Vance arrived, my old station mate. Handed him evidence. He studied the tape, jaw tight. Felony arson, if true. We walked the fence. UV lit a trail from her side. She's in deep, he muttered, violating soil. That night, they knocked on Linda's door. I watched, arms crossed, 40 yards off. She answered in green, mascara streaked fake grief. Vance showed the can. She blurted, "Not mine, tossed it last week." Slip echoed. Porches lit. Phones filmed. Her mask cracked. Morning gossip, outran flames. Neighbors dodged eyes or lingered, fake watering lawns. HOA treasurer Mark, pale, approached. "Didn't know she'd go that far," he croaked. "Testify," I said. Dan drafted suits. Damages, harassment, trespass. "She'll claim distress. Blame you," he warned. "She lit it," I said. "I'll light truth." Cruiser parked her curb, law circling. HOA crumbled. The social chair resigned, head down. For months, Linda's campaign had piled on. Letters on tractor noise, ugly rose, a stray hen. Dues funded her cousin's consultants. Fake reports calling my farm a hazard. Vandalism slurs on my mailbox, trash in my ditch. I logged every note, snap, and call. Pattern clear. HOA wielded rules to break me. Century's tape turned whispers to evidence. From complaints to sabotage, a felony plot. Dan's suit hit hard. Vance found 2 more rig sparkers in my field sheet planned. Leaked tape went viral on Meadowview's forum. Linda, sparks, green sleeve. She cried, faked, but desperation stank. News ran. HOA head probed in farm fire. Neighbors admitted she hated that field. I waved off the mics. Evidence speaks. Board imploded. Meetings became yell fests. Residents demanded audits. Anonymous email leaks showed Linda mocking tacky yards, Mark joking about fines as cash grabs. My land green despite scars, sprouts pushing through ash. Linda's lawn went weedy, her SUV dusty. She hid, blinds shut, empire torched. The court was stale coffee and nerves. My suit, damages, torment. Dan traced years of letters, rigged inspections, and dues misuse. Linda's lawyer spun, petty spat. My tape silenced him. Mark testified. She said fire scares would work. My turn. I walked the judge through cans, tape, flame patterns. Fire names her. Gavel, fell favor mine. Linda, the HOA owed heavy damages, bar from my land. The criminal case sealed it. Felony arson, trespass, fraud. Tape played, jury saw intent. Guilty, 16 months in prison, probation. Neighbors brought apologies, eggs, and offers to replant. Mark said, "New rules, no unchecked power." I nodded. About time. Night on my porch, scout at my feet. Peace settled, not forced quiet, but real. Linda's blaze meant to ruin me. It burned her reign. Truth outflames lies. What's your take on this farmer versus HOA clash? Drop your thoughts below. Whose side are you on and why? Share your stories of standing up to overreach.